Every man deserves to know his T levels. Step into Game Day Men's Health Solon and get tested on us. No guesswork, no waiting, just real answers.
All right, Earl. So today's the schedule release. It's official. It becomes official at what, 8 o'clock?
7:30. The programming starts. We'll know the schedule by 8.
Anyway, they'll all trickle out, and there's been a few. If you're just joining us, there's a report that the Browns are going to play the Jaguars in Jacksonville Week 1 and play the Steelers in Pittsburgh Week 9. Neither of those have been confirmed yet, so we don't know if it's true or not. Mike set it over-under for primetime games, and you're including, like, Saturday games.
I need to so primetime games, it's not the Fox game of the week on Sunday, 4:25. It's either a standalone Saturday, Thanksgiving Eve, Black Friday situation, or a Thursday night, a Sunday night, or Monday night football game.
It's a night game or a non-Sunday.
Yes. Yes. And the line is set at over/under 1.5.
So you know me, I'm an old school Browns dude.
Yeah.
Like, so anything at 4 o'clock is prime time. Monday night, any night other than Sunday is prime time. By the way, if it just so happens that it's Thanksgiving, we be counting like anything past 1 o'clock.
Thanksgiving counts, but they didn't get it. They already announced the Thanksgiving slate. The Browns
they're not playing on Thanksgiving. What's the middle game? Who are the Cowboys playing on Thanksgiving?
The Eagles. It's a really good slate of games.
Yeah, it's the night games, Chiefs Bills, which is fantastic. It's Bears, Lions, and then Cowboys, Eagles, Chiefs Bills. That is, on paper, a great day. But go ahead.
Over under 1.5 primetime games for the Browns.
1.5. So they would have to have 2.
2 is the over. 1 is the under.
Last year they had 0, right?
They had 0 last year.
Or did they play on a Saturday?
Well, they had the international game, which technically counts.
Oh, that counts. So they had 1.
Yeah.
I'm giving them 2.
2. They don't have an international game.
So they didn't have a night game last year. They had 1 primetime game according to our categories. There's no chance they're going to have 2 night games. That's a 0. I think they'll get 1 night game because they won't give them no night games 2 years in a row. There'll be a divisional night game on the road. In fact, I'll say Browns at Ravens on Thursday Night Football 1 week. That's my prediction. And it will be over because I think they'll get a Saturday game late in the year against either the Bengals or the Steelers.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
At the end of the year, it's a division game.
Yeah.
So technically, if they play the Ravens or the Steelers or the Bengals during that time frame, I feel like, and then the holidays come around and they might be like, yeah, it's a Saturday game, maybe, I don't know. I'll get 2.
Do we count the Saturday when it's like 3 games on a Saturday as a primetime game though?
Yes, because it's an exclusive window.
Yeah, like there's nothing else on.
Week 18 Saturday, that's an exclusive?
Yes.
Okay.
So now
that changes my answer. Because going into this, I was having a conversation with Zac Jackson.
If you're just doing night games, I'm saying under.
Okay.
There's no chance they get more than 1 night game.
I think they get, so if we're including the Saturday late season, then I will go with 2.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be 2 with an international game and 1 primetime game.
Right.
We learned they're not getting an international game. Then I was going to go with the under with just 1 standalone Thursday, Sunday, or Monday, Sunday night football or Monday night football game.
They're not getting
I think they were going to get 1. So I was going to go under, and now we're including the Saturday. I'll go over to 2.
But you agree there's not going to be 2 night games?
I don't think it'll be 2 night games. I think it'll be
and
1 night game and 1
They'll
Saturday
get a Thursday, not a Sunday or Monday. There's no way they get a Sunday. Sunday are all usually good teams.
And
they're not. Nobody's expecting them to be good.
Well, I mean, what's the chances? I guess if they balling.
A flex.
They could get a flex.
They could end up with a flex, but we're saying based on
off the initial schedule.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the 2.
But I'm saying, going into the season, the Browns are not expected by most people to be good.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have a quarterback now they have a quarterback potentially, if Shador plays, that is popular.
We don't know
if he's going to play.
If or when he's going to play.
We don't know who the starting quarterback's going to be. So I don't know. I think, and I said this yesterday, and Zach agreed with me, if you knew for sure Shador was playing as opposed to Watson,
I agree.
They'd be more likely to get night games because Shador's at this point, Watson is not only not good, but is not interesting. Nobody's interested in seeing him.
He's a negative.
He's a negative in terms of attention.
So watch it. If they said probably 2 days ago, they said, you know what? Change the number back to 2. Shador Sanders is the starter for the year.
Yeah.
Oh, now all of
They
a
would have
sudden,
gotten like 2 night games.
I would say 2 night games
They
this
would've got-
Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because he's popular.
Yeah.
People are interested in Shador. But at this point, nobody's really interested in
But-
Deshaun Watson.
and so I would have thought, if you think about it with the storylines, don't they play the Falcons this year?
In Falcons and Tampa Bay.
Falcons and Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
And one of the Ravens games because
Yeah.
Todd Monken was there.
Yeah.
And there's Lamar Jackson. It's the
Yeah.
angle. So you got.
It's possible.
So.
Don't you think, as a player, I mean, you guys played probably the same time most of the time, but as a player, wouldn't you rather play at 1 o'clock every week?
No.
Oh, no?
People get pumped for prime time.
prime
games.
time? Okay.
But I, as a broadcaster, I hate any games that's not 1 o'clock.
Did you see, real quick, and Darren Smith's our guy. We're on, us four are literally on a group chat with Darren on random stuff.
Yeah.
I think it was Daryl Ryder who tweeted out, I hope it's all 17 1 p.m. kicks. And Darren was like, that's a loser mentality for
It
the
is a
media.
loser mentality.
It is.
Yeah.
But I like sleep, too.
I,
And I'm perfectly okay if it's 17 1
I mean,
p.m. games.
what, you're going to bed so early?
Nah, because
No, but when we do, what's an 8 o'clock kick, we do the post-game show. We're up till 12:30.
I mean,
I'm
it's
back in at
once
6
a
in the
year,
morning.
Mike. I mean, come
Well,
on.
if you're playing as many night games as the Chiefs
So
do.
look, so if you do, okay, we do the post game, right?
Yeah.
If UCSS, then I
And you do the barbershop.
then I do the barbershop, right?
All right, I do my podcast too. Suck it up.
So there it is.
Let's
You
go.
do it. But it's good. I ain't got a problem when you're
Yeah.
doing it. Because you get it at 1 o'clock, you do your thing, you get out to. You might be done at them early September games.
Yeah.
You might be done at 6:30.
Still sunny out.
You could go do something else.
I could
Yeah.
get my walking shoes on. I could be all outside.
I don't know what to
Everything
tell you.
done.
I mean, come
That's
on now.
beautiful, ain't it?
Listen,
Suck it up.
the late
we
ones-
live for football. Now you're going to whine about a night game?
Wait, first off,
Go hang out with Daryl and have your loser mentality.
No one's whining. I'm saying
Jeez.
I'm okay with it. And also, y'all don't have to come in the next morning at 6 a.m. and
Yeah,
make about
yeah.
85
Oh, my
graphics to get
God,
the show
what a
ready.
tough life.
So your hoity-toity butt can come in here, sit down, and hey, let me see what Harold Fannin did to this game. And Earl's already made a
By
graphic
the way,
for it.
I got to
And
rip
let's take a montage.
Daryl for something else. He was saying, like, it's fine they're going to the new stadium. Who cares at this point? But
Oh, the traffic?
Daryl the
Yeah,
other day
we can rip
complaining
this-
about traffic in Cleveland.
I like
Daryl.
Daryl.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah.
How do
that's
you
a bad
know?
take.
How do you
Bad
know a
take.
guy's never been out of Cleveland without saying I've never been out of Cleveland? There's no. Let me explain something to you who have never been out of Cleveland.
Talk that traffic.
There's no such thing as traffic in Cleveland. It doesn't exist. Not real traffic compared to other cities.
Have you ever been to Manila? I went to visit my wife. It was like, bro,
No.
Why would you even have a car here?
No, that's where they all have scooters, right?
It's bumper to bumper and scooters and people, bro. You like cars in these major cities? No,
Cleveland stadiums are the easiest to get in and out of. It's unbelievable.
Facts.
It's crazy.
They did mess up the new traffic pattern, leaving the Cavs arena on Huron. Now it's only a one-way.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah,
That
it's
sucks.
a pain in the butt, but comparatively to other places,
Yeah,
it's a cakewalk.
It's a total cakewalk. That was bad, Daryl.
I got a question.
Dropping it up. Yeah.
Shoot.
Does being on 480 at 7 a.m. count as
Slightly.
knowing track? Because 480 is horrific.
Slightly.
First
No.
thing in the morning.
Here's why it
It
doesn't
is-
count
it is
as real
kinda.
traffic. It's just because traffic is when you never know it's coming. You know when you drive, traditional commuter hours in Cleveland, like any other place, it's gonna take you longer to get some places. But what you almost never get here, which you get in other cities, is unexpected traffic.
Yeah.
That almost doesn't exist. I have sat in I've lived here now for 15 years. It'll be 15 years I'm living here in August. I think I've sat in unexpected traffic maybe 3 times in 15 years. That could happen if I fly into New York for a weekend. It could happen 7 times in a weekend there. And by the way, that's not a compliment. That's a pain in the butt. That's one of the things I love about this area is you don't have to deal with that crap. So